Alright guys, so we are back with our next walkthrough. Now I was hesitant between two games that I wanted to play, and basically the option was there's two games that I want to play. Do I play this one first, or do I play the other game next? Or, you know, next, what am I fucking saying, first? But obviously it turns out that I'm going to play this one first, and I'm going to smash out my next walkthrough when we've done this game. So we've got two pretty good games coming up. You know, this one looks really good. Now you will see the fact that I have got to continue. I just wanted to see what the game was like. I thought it might have been like a multiplayer kind of online POV kind of game. It's very much like it's like the Marvel, I can't remember the fucking game that I used to play all the time on my phone. But it's not like proper combat. It's it looks a bit like a Dungeons and Dragons kind of, you know, Neverwinter kind of POV kind of looking game, where you have a certain amount of goes to attack an enemy. You'll see what I mean in a minute, guys, but it does look really cool, and I do want to check it out. I do want to see what the storyline's all about, even if it's not the kind of combat that we're used to. Saying that, we have played Neverwinter a long time ago, so that was a pretty cool game when I played it. Obviously, if you've never heard of it, it's like your mythical kind of... I can't really explain it fully because I can't remember everything that happened in it, but I know that we had some kind of superpowers, and yeah, you know, it was a bit like Skyrim, you know, where you'd have your mythical creatures, and you'd take... each section would be a different kind of mythical creature. So, in terms of that though, guys, it looks really good. I have played a little segment of the game. I've only played the very start of it. I wanted to see what it was all about. Not our usual kind of combat looking game, but it looks really cool, and the storyline looks really cool, so we're going to vibe with it for now. So we're going to go straight into it. Obviously going to start a new story. Reason I turned the music off because I wasn't sure if that was over my voice or not. But we are going to go into a new game. Gonna launch the tutorial mission just so that you guys can kind of get the gist.
Hocus nonsense, Faustus. Now you want to tell me just what the hell is so important?
Sleeping Mother, sacred harbinger, awaken and reclaim what is yours. You who rise with the moon in darkness, who prepares the path for the midnight sun. Turn your merciless eyes upon us, and arise!
Nice show, Doc. Next time, call Seymour. Better yet, I'll just shoot you and save us all the trouble.
Yeah, I don't think he was expecting that. I've turned into a ghost, guys. So if you're wondering, that was a very interesting start to the game. If you're wondering why my face goes all like invisible when there's a bunch of green stuff around, it's because I've got a green screen in the background and it makes my face basically, if anything green around the screen comes on, it turns me invisible. So I've got my own superpower on the game already.
Head back to your magic castle. You ain't welcome here.
It's called a sanctum. And welcome or not, this is where fate has determined the Sorcerer Supreme needs to be.
Tell fate. Answers no.
This is the secret guardian you dragged me 5,000 miles to meet?
Who's the mouth?
Mr. Stark is brash, but I assure you, he can be trusted.
Wait, you seriously don't know who I am?
The fabric of magic is shifting, Johnny. The prophecy of the Midnight Sun is upon us.
Your last crusade cost me plenty. This time I intend to look after my own.
Hey pal, I don't think you understand. Things are changing. 2 + 2 no longer equals 4. Up is sometimes down, and strange here is actually starting to make sense.
Do I look like someone who gives a damn about any of that?
No, you look like you should be bouncing for the double deuce. Listen, all I know is hell's coming, and my pal here says you can help.
That's where you're wrong. Hell's not coming. It's already here. You're welcome, Robo-Man.
Iron Man? It's okay. It's fine. I know what he meant.
All right.
All the way out here, and the old man runs off with that precious page of yours. Could have at least left us some VIP passes for the carnival. Maybe blown up a few monsters on the way out.
Johnny Blaze has sacrificed a great deal for this world already. I am certain he will come around given time.
Thought you said time was the one thing we didn't have. All right, let's just wrap this up. I've got sand in my nanopolymer weave.
Okay, so we've already experienced a great deal. We've seen Crossbones. I don't know who the other villain is. And then we've seen Ghost Rider. We've got an alive Tony Stark, maybe from a different dimension. And Doctor Strange. So playing cards, how to play. There are 3 main types of cards which represent hero abilities, attacks, skills and heroics. Playing a card costs 1 card play. Use the D-pad left or right to select an ability card. Press X to activate it. Then select the target and press X again to confirm the ability. Each turn you receive 3 card plays. Attack cards, how to play. Use attack cards to damage enemies and gain heroism. Attack cards damage enemies. All attacks grant 1 heroism when used. Some attacks have added effects like knockback or stun. We are going to just turn this music slightly down. That's more, because I don't want to be shouting over the fucking game, man. Just to get my narration in point. Okay, so let's get this on with.
Sure, why not?
Interesting tactic.
Getting it done any way we know how. And still reigning world heavyweight champion, Iron Man. Am I really gonna have to bring out the big guns for this?
Heroism and heroic cards. How to play. Heroic cards are powerful and decisive. Playing heroic cards requires heroism. Gain heroism by playing attack and skill cards. I still think the music's slightly a bit loud, so we're just going to turn it down.
Here we go. Wow, that's embarrassing.
Ending the turn. How to play. Once you have played your cards, use the down D-pad to finish your turn.
Sure, just keep throwing bodies at the problem.
It appears that I'm their central focus.
Tutorial. Minions and elites. How to play. There are two types of enemies, minions and elites. Minions have no health. Any damage defeats them instantly. They are frail but still dangerous. Elites have higher health totals and require more damage to defeat. Tip: use attack and heroic cards wisely. High damage cards may be wasted on
That
minions.
suit may be a marvel of technology, but it's no match for the mystic arts. Allow me to demonstrate.
Oh, so it's a contest now. Then you take the extra creepy one.
Gladly.
Hey, it worked, didn't it?
Tutorial knockback. Some cards have the knockback effect. After selecting a target, aim the knockback direction with the left analog stick to view potential impact points. Confirm the direction with X to push the enemy unit. Try knocking enemies into objects, heroes, or other enemies for extra damage. Okay.
By the will of the old gods. Lilith doesn't care about you. I hope you realize that in time. Follow my movement. You've been deceived by Lilith, and it may very well cost you your life. Lilith certainly made them enthusiastic.
Guess we're not done yet. You ready to save the world?
Tutorial target previews. At the start of each turn, hero icons will appear above each enemy, showing who that enemy intends to attack. Use this information to determine which enemies to defeat first, or which heroes to defend. In this case, Doctor Strange is in danger. See what you can do to assist him.
Now that I have their attention, perhaps a blessing is in order. Something protective?
Well, I can give you a hand, or a shield in this case.
In the spirit of cooperation, I'll accept your offer. Just this once.
Come in.
Don't mention it.
Use skill cards to control the battle and gain heroism. Skills provide powerful supplemental effects like healing, damage boosts, and drawing cards. Skills do not generally deal damage. Skills are a great way to build heroism for powerful attacks. They provide more heroism than attack cards.
Uncle Tony's got your back.
I thank you.
A moment of
That was a bit savage, but there you go.
I know that wasn't your signature move.
try this. I truly doubt they're paying you enough for what's about to happen. You won't wear me down that easily, fiend.
Another round of warm bodies coming in.
They all set their sights on me.
I think we pissed them off.
Spells change the very
That's how we do
demeanor
it.
of our enemies. Something along the lines of the psionic manipulations of Eros of Titan?
If you can't make it happen in the next 10 seconds, I'm not interested.
Let me show you the way. I'm skeptical of your chances, but stranger things have happened.
This should be good. You might want to get that looked at.
Environment attacks. Many objects on the battlefield can be used to your advantage with environment attacks. Environment attacks cost heroism but do not use a single card play. These three attacks are very useful. Use them wisely to score important knockouts. So we got 2 tips. First one, try using 1 or more rocks to wipe out extra enemies. Second one, environment objects will glow when they can be used to attack a nearby enemy.
You ponder arrows. Maybe we should just try throwing a big rock at him? I'm saving my energy till we need it. Probably still won't be enough, but you can try. Oh, I think that's the last of them, which is good. I told Pepper I was just stepping.
And yet I'm the one who's still single.
What a savage remark.
If I'm being honest, that encounter went better than I expected.
Tony, I've been noticing a recurring gamma spike.
You see, this is why you shouldn't eat spicy food, Bruce.
Localized in the West Village, converging on the Sanctum.
Wanda.
The collective works of the universe's greatest sorcerers, and he left them underneath the takeout menus.
Shifting mystical polarities are wreaking havoc on my portals.
You don't say. You okay, kid?
Yes. Are you?
We got Scarlet Witch and Hulk. And Captain Marvel.
Carol.
Bruce and I have been trying to reach you. He'd have come himself, but he's...
Oh, you did the big green guy proud.
I really should up my homeowner's insurance. Miss Maxim, the wards of protection, if you please.
Stephen, I can fight. I've got control now.
Then show me by activating the wards. In the meantime, in honor of our missing companion, the rest of you may feel free to smash away.
For Immortalis. Who's running the show here? Nice one, Carol. Always the direct approach.
You know I don't mess around. Besides, we picked up some crazy gamma readings coming from, well, here. Guessing that explains the Hydra goons and ominous green lights.
Yes, but not while you fail to use the front door.
Hi, how about we discuss proper hero landing etiquette after we take down the bad guys?
Good point. So, switching targets. Use R1 and L1 to quickly switch between targets when a card is selected.
Let's do it. Fail, Smydra.
Watch closely.
Fair enough.
Redraw. Use redraw to replace undesirable cards in your hand. Highlight a card to redraw, then hold square to replace it with a new one. The new card is random, but it may be more immediately useful. Tip. The last card in your hand, Photo Beam, costs 3 heroism to use, but you only have 2 heroism available. Try using redraw on it. Okay.
I'm on it. Don't mess with me.
For the mother!
Pheromones?
Support units on the move.
Still waiting for them to try something.
Moving heroes. Use move to reposition a hero and set up the perfect knockback angle. Area of effect, attack or environment attack. Instructions. Select any location on the ground with X to enter move mode. Select again at the desired location to confirm the move. Each turn you have one free move. The currently selected hero will execute the move. Tip. Try moving a hero into a position to kick the couch at the enemy units. Okay. Switching heroes. Use R1 and L1 to switch between heroes. The currently selected hero will perform the move action. Okay. Let's go with that one.
This shouldn't take long.
Choosing what way to play, or what to play. Up to 5 cards will be drawn to fill your hand at the start of each turn. Consider which cards to play and which cards to redraw or keep for future turns.
Oh, that Davenport was at least a century old. What a waste.
That'll work. Does Hydra even pay you enough to cover your medical bills?
Watch and learn. This should aid me in my fight. That's the spirit.
Okay, looks like we're out of turns.
We will not fail.
As long as I get to hit you back.
Awaiting reinforcements.
See who brought some friends along.
Finish the battle. Use what you have learned to wipe out Hydra's forces in the Sanctum.
These guys just keep showing up.
They are surprisingly relentless. In any event, we must provide Wanda the time she needs to activate the wards of protection.
That'll work. You guys should talk to your union rep. I don't think you're supposed to be fighting on our level yet. Love the effort.
Hydra.
Confidence is high. We're three of the world's strongest heroes, right? Doesn't it seem like this should be easier?
Scroll starter versus worked out faster. Something's up.
Yes, Hydra has clearly raised their game. I have a terrible suspicion as to how.
Here we go.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I think he's a bit
That wasn't your signature move.
dead. Out of card plays though.
Compromised.
Still not gonna be enough.
Let's overkill this motherfucker.
Not bad. Not great, but not bad.
Does alright then, to be fair.
The wards. Something's blocking them.
Not something. Someone.
Invisible mode.
Gozer?
Lilith. Mother of demons, harbinger of the midnight sun. Prophecy or not, you overstep. Challenging the Sorcerer Supreme.
Be silent. Be still.
What just happened?
Ow! Be gone. No! A fellow daughter of Transia. You remind me of my own beloved.
In virtute vishanti! Well done, Miss Maximoff. Your unique energy surprised her.
Whoa. I'm fine. What? I'm fine.
The prophecy is in motion. Lilith is still out there growing stronger each second the midnight sun approaches.
Define stronger.
If we are to have any chance of stopping her, there is only one option left to us.
I won't go back there.
We all must eventually face our demons, Miss Maximoff. However, one of us should remain behind to maintain the wards of protection.
See you on the other side.
All right.
Okay, you did that one on purpose.
The fabric of magic is unwinding. We are fortunate to be here at all.
And where is here, exactly?
Salem, Massachusetts. Well, a pocket dimension in Salem, Massachusetts.
Oh, suburbs. Nice.
Welcome to the Abbey. Home of the
Midnight Sun.
Hey, Blade. And a bunch of other people.
The hell is this? Lilith's Junior Demon League?
Wait, it's that jerk from TV. Which one?
Now, if everyone would just take a moment...
Enough!
You're standing on my flowers.
Oh, been a long time, Sarah.
It's caretaker now.
If I could have avoided this moment, I would, but...
Oh, spare me the speech. I know Lilith's back. We're sisters after all.
Guess we're suddenly invisible now.
Shall we chat, Stephen?
No one can argue that the Hunter earned their rest in the first battle against Lilith. I only hope they are up for the task once more.
You wizards always make everything sound so lofty. I raised my sister's only child as a weapon against her.
And saved the world in the process.
Now you want me to dig them up and ask them to do it again.
I did not write the prophecy, Sarah. Besides, I am no common grave robber. We are simply reuniting their ethereal essence with their corporal form. Speaking of, it would help to have a mental image for the procedure. Spare no detail. Spiritual identity theft is no laughing matter.
Hey. We get to pick our own character. That's cool. Guys, I didn't see this one coming. I'm not gonna lie. And the only bit that I played up until was that last fight. So, so if I was to describe my hair, I would say you're talking this, but obviously short on the sides. Yeah, let's go with that one.
light and darkness. You who tame the night. Hear the voice of those who beseech thee and...
The collar! Wait! Wait! Ah!
Mother.
So, that's a good thing, right?
What's really cool is we get to make our own little character. Now that is cool shit.
Where is she?
As far as resurrection spells are concerned, I've seen worse. Particularly on myself.
Tony, come on. It's perfectly safe.
That thing wakes up and takes a bite out of you. Don't blame me.
Visiting hours are over.
You can't stay here forever.
There's nowhere else I should be.
Just saw that Stark guy poking around behind the mirror table.
Find me as soon as they awaken. And Blade, be nice.
Always am.
Now that was a very cool segment, guys, to be fair. Didn't even imagine that we'd be making our own character in this. But I'm happy. Part 1, The Awakening.
It's so cold. But the air burns with every breath. Has it been so long? I know this place. In my dreams, it was always empty. Now I sense I am not alone.
Have to admit, Hunter, you make one hell of an entrance. Guess that makes two of us.
You should have struck when you had the chance, vampire. You will not live to regret your error.
Cute, and Caretaker told me to be nice. Relax, Slayer. I'm a friend. You just don't know it yet.
Yes, I saw you with Sarah before. But what would she want with a vampire, unless...
The name's Blade, and I'm no ordinary vampire. I get you've been out of commission, but I thought you noticed since we're having this little showdown under the freaking sun.
A Dampier. Daywalkers were a myth, even to me.
Says the half-human, half-demon monster hunter.
I do. And last I checked, vampires are monsters.
You want to take a run at me? You can try it. But I got my name for a reason. I've probably killed more vampires than you've ever seen, hero.
Such fighting spirit. No wonder Caretaker chose you.
Right. As much as I'd love to see how much weirder this conversation can go, we should probably get moving.
Agreed. The prophecy is in motion. I can feel it. We have wasted too much time here already.
Man, the others are really gonna love you.
Others?
Yeah, you've got a little fan club, I think. But why spoil the surprise? Hope you're up for the challenge, chosen one.
And we get to actually move around like this. Interesting. Well, this game is already this game is already kind of surprising me because it's different. There's a lot of different things happening in a short space of time, and I like it. It's very, very cool at the minute. We've got our own little map too. Cool. All right. So what's back here? I need an arcane key to open it, apparently. There's me thinking we're going to be playing this like Neverwinter game. That's why I said I thought it was like that.
Hold up. Did I miss something? Or did Nico just raise the dead?
I definitely helped, but no, that's the one thing I can't do.
You were never able to raise the dead.
Huh? But she just did.
Maybe the hunter wasn't all dead.
Some part of them had to be alive, otherwise my spell wouldn't have done anything. Which makes sense, I guess. Hunter. Not sure if you remember me, but we met briefly before. I'm...
The witch who called me back from the grave.
Told you.
Or Nico, but either works. And this is...
Robbie Reyes. Oh man, never thought I'd be standing next to you. Got quite a rep. I mean, caretakers told us stories.
That's Ileana.
Привет.
And I think you already met Blade.
Of course. Caretaker has reformed the Midnight Suns.
Whoa. How did you...
Your power. I can feel it. I always do.
So, welcome home. I guess we...
I never left.
Right. Well, we can fast forward through the tour then. The Abbey is still, well, you know, the Abbey. Basic stuff. Dorms, war room, library, a few places to chill, and, whatever the hell the Forge is. Have to say, for a haunted transient castle raised on the cursed grounds of Old Salem, it's pretty cozy. Of course, that doesn't stop us from adding some improvements. We can all thank Robbie for the Wi-Fi. Oh, and one more thing. We've got some new house guests now. You think we're a fun bunch, just wait until you meet them. Speaking of, we're here.
Yeah, okay. Spend 10 minutes in this place alone, Bruce, then see. Oh, gotta go. Show's about to begin.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, guys, I am pretty surprised about this one so far.
There are cracks in this wall.
So, your tea's ready. So, do you want me to put it in the micro?
Yeah, if that's okay.
Immediately, definitely.
Just wondering what that was then.
I am roasting. Boy. Boy. Come on. Let him out whenever, babe.
Friend, teacher, companion, students, beloved, we can't inspect it. Well, this game has surpassed me at the moment, guys. I really thought it was like a Dungeons and Dragons / Neverwinter kind of game by the battle strategy at the very start. But we're now playing it as if we are 3D. Another arcane chest discovered, but we can't open it because we've got no keys. Masterworks. You've collected a masterwork. In addition to the paintings already hanging on the Abbey walls, masterworks can be found scattered around the Abbey grounds. Masterworks can be hung in any empty frames inside the Abbey. Alright. Cool.
Intriguing.
Jeremiah Kane, Breaker of Chains.
Interesting.
Endra Moore, our fighter, our hearts.
Ah, I see.
I've heard of this name before. Yelena Nikovic. Believe the best and made it so. Is that Scarlet Witch by any chance? Will Walker. Son of this land. Alright. I'm actually looking forward to seeing how far this gets. Another arcane chest discovered. Fire rod. Embers swirl in this cloudy crystal, almost too hot to touch. Its surface glows like liquid fire. Glyphs of smoke resolve and vanish around a core of obsidian glass. Very nice.
Fascinating.
Strange glyphs. 5 symbols arranged in a row. The order is probably important. Caretaker's Journal, August 15th, 1710. I try to remind myself that 16 is a young age for so much power, but I still lose my temper at times. This child, nearly grown, is rapidly progressing. The training goes well, and I'm optimistic for how we may be able to combat Lilith in the future. But there have been outbursts. If we cannot control these, I do worry that we may face some unfortunate collateral damage. It sounds so harsh to put these words on page, but this is the reality that I face. Agatha and I have discussed options for controlling this power, but nothing has worked just yet. My latest attempt is to forge a wand to be worn around the neck. If I succeed, it will not only help the child channel this energy, but act as a shield against detection by Lilith or her minions. Only time will tell. Collections. Complete item collections to gain special rewards. Okay. Strength. Electrical energy erupts around Thor as he wields Molyneux. This card represents great courage in taking control of one's destiny. Awesome. Found 1 out of 22 tarot cards. Chest with vials. A wooden chest with brass hardware containing glass vials. The star. Nova rises up into the starry night sky, surrounded by stars that represent the support of his team. This card symbolizes serenity and hope for the future. 2 out of 22 tarot cards. Amazing.
That is something.
Tony's armor. One of Tony's many Iron Man suits, polished to a high gloss. Though it is powered off, the eyes seem to follow you. The Moon. Moon Knight hides his true identity behind his cloak and shadow. This card represents deception, but also creativity and the unconscious.
Curious.
3 out of 22 tarot cards. Cluttered table. A desk cluttered with books. Some of them older than you, and you are quite old. Interesting.
Ah, I see. Intriguing.
Stranger's Cape. One of Stranger's capes suspended in an ornate glass case. The cape floats in the air, rippling slightly through the air, though the air is still. It's just magic, man. It's magic.
What is this?
Orb of Agamotto. Stranger's Orb of Agamotto, one of few artifacts recovered from the Sanctum Sanctorum. Or Sanctorum. A powerful energy emanates from the inside as the orb seems to rotate indefinitely. Okay. What is this?
That is something.
The Hellforge. Burning with the intensity of hell itself, the Hellforge is the beating heart of the Abbey. The runes etched around the aperture contain and focus the Hellforge's tremendous energy. Barely. Okay. I think we're done investigating.
You following me, Doc? Maybe you should go introduce yourself to the youngins.
I'm sure.
Caretaker's home for wayward sorcerers, scientists, and slayers. Sounds like something Doctor Strange would come up with. I mean, technically you were here first, but don't expect any special treatment. Caretaker will have you mopping the floors and hauling trash whether you're 2 or 200. I mean, technically you were here first, but don't expect any special treatment. Caretaker will have you mopping the floors and hauling trash whether you're 2 or 200.
Did someone give you a cup of coffee at least? I know I'm useless in the morning without a little boost. We could probably have one of these witches or warlocks magic you over a barista.
The last thing I thought I'd be doing this morning was bashing Hydra heads across the Sanctum Sanctorum. I am so glad I decided to wash my hero pants last night. I give it about 5 minutes before Tony starts in with his ye old joke material. Sorry, Hunter. Never should have taken him to medieval times. It's almost impossible to imagine the horror, the atrocities committed on these grounds all those years ago. Then again, we are less than 20 miles from Fenway Park. I give it about 5 minutes.
No signs of muscle atrophy. You seem pretty healthy for a reanimated corpse. You sure you're not a time-traveling robot? Did someone give you a cup of coffee?
Unfortunately, time is of the essence. Otherwise, I'd gladly offer to walk you through some of the more pivotal events that have changed the world since you last saw it. I imagine Caretaker will have a hard time putting you at risk so soon after your awakening, but I doubt Lilith will leave her much of a choice.
I wonder if you ever ran into any of my predecessors back in the day. We, tend to stand out. With all these big names in here, maybe we should sell tickets. Ooh, could finally upgrade the TV to 4K.
How long have you two been sharing a room now? A day?
Oh, I don't know. What do you say, Doc? 6, 7 hours?
6 hours, 43 minutes.
At least they don't have me stationed in some musty old dungeon like Strange and Stark. I too was recruited as a child into a calling of power and violence. So far, it has worked out well for me.
Lots of new blood around here. Some seriously powerful headliners.
Powerful, yes. But how powerful, we will see.
Caretaker's Journal.
I think you mean big...
Can we read this somewhere elsewhere?
But none of that matters unless they can help us get to one.
Where we're not interrupted. The Damsel and Orlando, C. 1793, painted by Benjamin West, oil on canvas. Okay. So this is the page that we haven't read. November 23rd, 1689. We have moved the abbey from our transient home to Salem, and I must confess I am astounded at the natural beauty of this place. But there is no time for sentiment, we have a job to do. Jeton has found influence here with Hiram Shaw through a page of the Darkhold. The Moon Seal did not bring the witches the protection it should have. Several have been killed already. There is no telling how far this dark power could go. For now we watch from the safety of the abbey, hidden away amongst thick woodland. We must understand what it is we face. Alright.
The table is all yours. Let's get to it. If I were you, I'd probably be looking for a hot shower after spending 300 years in a tomb. Just remember, if it came down to it, your blood would make a mighty fine vintage.
There isn't time for a refresher, much less that sort of training regime. You'll have to trust that the Hunter's past experience is enough. I wish we could get you settled in, but things are already pretty hectic around here, kiddo. Starting to feel like the old days again, which we both know is not a good thing. You know I wouldn't have woken you if it wasn't serious. We'll have time to catch up later. I kept your old room just the way you left it. You act as if I'm thrilled with the situation. If you're concerned, then be all the more vigilant out there.
Easy for you to say.
Nothing about any of this is easy, Blade.
Okay.
Prophecies be damned. It's good to see that face again. You look like it was yesterday.
And you look older. How long was I in that crypt, Sarah?
No more than a few centuries. You were... missed.
Centuries? And what of Lilith?
Fallen by your hand. Until now.
Yeah, so speaking of Lilith...
Tony?
What? The kid's literally speaking of Lilith.
Tony.
That's my name.
Tony. That's, Carol and Dr. Spooky over there. Here to help.
Help with what, exactly?
Oh, I don't know. Throwing the magic amulet into the volcano? Smiting the Dragon Mother? You tell us, kid. You are the chosen one, after all.
Do you recall anything of that last encounter, child?
There was... a voice. The rest is hazy.
Oh, a voice. That's it? A voice? That's what we have to go on?
Results of your long crypt sleep, most likely.
A minor inconvenience. Everything required to restore those memories is contained within my sanctum. I will simply alert Wanda to prepare the necessary rituals.
What? Straight to voicemail?
Some sorcerer supreme.
Must be mystical interference caused by this little pocket dimension of yours.
Perhaps Agatha can help.
Allow me. Alato.
Whoa, what kind of network you running there?
The all-seeing eye of Ereshkigal who judges, bound to enchanted Babylonian soul glass.
We just call it the mirror table.
Wanda! The dark force, pushing against the wards. Stephen, where are you?
That's impossible. Nothing on Earth could possibly affect those wards.
Wanda's in trouble.
Wanda is troubled.
I'll go.
You'll need my help, of course.
Then let us make haste, Dr. Spooky. Our hunt begins now.
Wow, and you're already bouncing off each other like an old married couple.
Careful now, you're gonna make his cape jealous.
It's a cloak, not a cape, and it definitely wouldn't be jealous of you.
I'm calling it now. You two are gonna be best friends before this thing is over.
With everything going on right now, we simply cannot afford to lose contact with the Sanctum or Wanda.
Let's go.
Even given the fluctuations in the astral spectrum, I should be seeing something. Unless Bruce is right about gamma interference. If such a thing could even exist. The wards have been activated before, and I've never experienced such a reaction. Or perhaps I have simply erased that timeline so as not to affect my own destiny. I am quite efficient with my future and past selves in that regard. Are you ready? The prophecy of the Midnight Sun does not linger, and neither should we. Lilith possesses the Darkhold. If she forced her way into my Sanctum Sanctorum once, I suspect she can do it again.
You are a Sorcerer Supreme. Can you not predict her movements?
Normally, yes. But since your mother breached the Sanctum, my sense of the future has grown volutinous in nature.
Is that another language, or...?
Fuzzy. My predictions are fuzzy. For the first time as Sorcerer Supreme, I cannot foresee how the future unfolds, and with my apprentice in danger, we cannot tarry.
Your sanctum will survive. We shall see to that.
Indeed, the Sanctum Sanctorum has weathered its fair share of trouble over the years. Blaze storms, a few short-tempered celestials, that issue with the Zoning Commission. But this time, it feels different. I do not doubt Wanda's capability, but without my predictive acumen, I cannot bolster the wards should she need it. Still, the wards are woven into the Sanctum's very essence. They should hold. In any case, all will be revealed with time. I suggest we make use of it while it still functions.
Okay. So we got a new hero added.
Much as I'd love to hear a first-hand account of your exploits, time is of the essence, I'm afraid. Knowing how selective the Suns can be, I'm honored to have been given this opportunity to join them. Is there an official oath of some sort I should be taking, or is it just black leather and gruff attitudes? Now that I'm a member of the Suns, maybe I can convince Blade to tell me where he buys his sunglasses. The Sorcerer Supreme and a Midnight Sun. Quite an accomplishment, if I do say so myself. I suppose it was an inevitability, someone as strange as myself joining a group like the Midnight Suns. The Sorcerer Supreme and a Midnight Sun. Quite an accomplishment, if I do say so myself. I suppose it was an inevitability.
Okay, you keep repeating your dialogue. The Wild Cliffs.
About time.
Not just about time, Mr. Brooks. Time, space, reality, the building blocks of magic. All must be constant for my portals to work properly. Yet as we now know, that is no longer the case.
We've heard.
Several times.
Otherwise, I would still be hunting dread maidens in my sleep.
Indeed. And while I certainly appreciate the view of this vista, I fail to see how it will hasten our return to the Sanctum.
Magic is the answer.
No, as I've just stated, magic is the problem.
Your magic is... not ours. The ground you are standing on exists within two worlds. A mystical anchor point to Ileana's realm that allows her to... well, I'll just let her show you.
Look at her phone when you can bro.
Yeah, I will be. Gonna stream this, pal, and then I'll reply to you.
Any more questions?
Enter the portal to Limbo.
Wanda belongs here. Bring her back safe. What? You've never seen Portal before?
Wanda can maintain the wards, I'm certain of that. But perhaps we shouldn't linger?
I wish I were going with you. There's something about that.
I don't care what Strange says. I'm only going to the Sanctum to give Wanda some backup.
You are standing in limbo. Nexus of all realities, both real or otherwise. A chaotic but secret realm, beyond the influence of Lilith. Thus far.
Are you certain of that? Because I am sensing all kinds of...
dark energy. That feeling you're being watched. General hellhole vibe.
Yes.
Yeah, but just to let you know I'm sound with you also, don't worry, yeah, tell you on Messenger later.
Truly surprising feat, Miss Rasputin. For someone so young, of course.
You think this is crazy? Wait until you see Manhattan.
Like I said, mate, I'll talk to you about it later.
Magic can open gateways to just about anywhere on our planet, and beyond. We don't want to risk punching through the wards protecting your sanctum, Doctor, so we've chosen a safe exit.
Awesome. This game looks very cool so far.
Hey, I'm walking here. All I ate today was a bagel.
Definitely in New York City.
Well, at least we know the wards of protection are still in place.
For now.
I suggest we hurry.
Arm Alpha in position.
Looks like RoboCop.
No one's getting through.
Welcome to New York.
Defeat all enemies. Defeat all enemies to complete the encounter.
I hesitate to call this good news, but I'm seeing minimal Hydra resistance between you and the Sanctum.
Looks can be deceiving, I'm afraid. There's no way these foot soldiers are behind the disruption of the wards of protection.
I think you got him.
Quick. Attacks with the keyword quick will refund the card play when used to knock out an enemy. Tip. Use quick cards on minions for a guaranteed knockout and refund.
I see not much has changed among the world's fanatics.
Okay, let's end the turn.
We serve until the end.
Taking the shot.
I won't be dispatched that easily.
That gamma spike we detected in your area seems to be growing. Let's assume that's not a good thing.
Gamma or not, I feel the hand of my mother at work. Hail that! The light will carry you onward!
I won't forget this.
I'm glad to have your magic on our side, Doctor.
Hydra Immortalis! I've been waiting. That's not supposed to hurt. Your death won't be in vain.
Wanda is calling out to me. I feel her struggle. Need to concentrate and... And I won't be doing that again.
Enemy area attacks. Enemy area attacks will go off at the end of the turn. Use move or an ability to move any nearby heroes to safety. Tip: knock enemies into the area attack to turn the tables on your foes.
Watch closely.
I am impressed.
Watch and learn, friends. Just what this battle requires.
Vampires are not the only ones who fear you.
Let me show you the way. Do I
Level
look
up.
a bit younger, please? Let's try. The light shines on the most dutiful.
Situation is under control. You're mine.
Lilith will not be pleased with your efforts.
Honestly, now, you're just wasting your time.
Critical abilities. All damage dealing hero abilities have a chance to become critical when they are drawn. Critical abilities deal increased damage. The chance for an ability to be critical is determined by a hero's critical chance stat. The bonus damage dealt by a critical ability is determined by a hero's critical damage stat.
Weak, even for Hydra.
Interesting tactic.
They're mine. And I thought Man-Thing was ugly.
Misguided as they are, remember, Hydra is still human, Hunter. Not Lilin.
You were saying? The lifeblood of the Mother pumps through our veins. The Mother is eternal. Hydra is eternal.
Wanna bet?
Wanda!
Wards! Weakening! Cannot let them fail!
Association is not going to like this.
Nope.
I'll handle it.
Or not.
We do not fear your magic, little wizard. We have answered the Mother's call. We are venom to all who oppose her. And you are lost.
Damn. Okay. Defeat Fallen Venom. Defeat Fallen Venom to complete the mission. Tip: Fallen Venom symbiote binds can be broken by attacking them with hero abilities. Hidden intentions. Powerful enemies like Fallen Venom do not forecast which hero they intend to attack, and may attack multiple times on their turn. Watch out.
Well, that certainly escalated quickly. Do I even want to know what that beast is?
It calls itself Venom. Until now, a pale imitation of a
We will feed your ugly tongue to the spider wizard. Marinate it in his stomach juices and eat it with his spider.
Not bad. Not great, but not bad. Prepare yourselves. You should really stay down.
You asked for it. Feeling strong today.
Follow my movements.
You only delay our meal.
I've been slime.
Even we have our limits.
The hero is bound and unable to act. Use other hero abilities to damage the binding and free them. Tip: bindings will be removed with any damage similar to minions. Okay.
This house belongs to Mother now. As you belong to us. We shall start with your juicy entrails. Then slowly savor your delicious brains. Are the rest of your mother's children so chatty?
Thankfully, no. I feel more like myself every day.
No fair hitting back! With a name like Strength, it's got to be magic. Time's up for these chumps. You are puny.
Suppose we should not underestimate this thing.
They're not quite ready to give up just yet.
We may not be ready for this thing yet. Go back until we know what we're up against here.
Surrender. Be eaten. Fill our belly with your tasty fear.
I shall fill your belly with my blade, demon.
You will suffer for that.
You are lucky to still be breathing.
I cannot move. Mother blesses us with power. Mother blesses us. We protect the mother and are rewarded with your meat.
And to think Lilith was a vegetarian.
A gift from ancient traditions.
Time to bleed.
Fallen Venom Symbiote Skin. Melee attacks against Fallen Venom can trigger his Joiner's passive and activate Symbiote Skin. When Symbiote Skin is active, Fallen Venom will bind the next hero that melee attacks him. Tip: after triggering Symbiote Skin, use ranged or area attacks to reset Fallen Venom. Okay.
You are within our reach.
I will banish you to the void.
We will heal faster than you. You should not have come here, Hunter. Your friends cannot help you. Mother may have claim on your soul. These shall be ours. We will have you
Looks like the main event is over. No escape from me, demon.
Hold up. We don't know what we're dealing with yet.
Such easy
Hey, big guy!
Spider-Man! Let's go.
I was in the neighborhood. You know, being friendly. Seemed like you folks could use a hand, Doc.
Spider-Man!
Jeez, Eddie, what happened to you? That's part of a horrifyingly terrible new look. The tongue was gross enough, but whoa! Someone is extra touchy today.
We will rip your face off and suck the marrow from your bones!
Oh,
The
it's
savage.
nice to see you too, buddy. So, I'm thinking your friends here could use a little break. How about I take Eddie here for his afternoon walk? Don't worry, Doc. That's just his way of saying he cares!
Happy days. That was very cool. Alright, we got some kind of comic strip as well. So, episode 59, June 6, 2021. Doctor Strange Sanctum Symbiotum. Alright.
Congratulations.
New world or not, some things remain unchanged.
The look.
What look?
Boldly charging headfirst into the jaws of your enemy. Courageously risking the lives of yourself and your teammates. Just to play the hero. This is the Fire Dragon all over again.
Fire Dragoon. My memories may be fragmented, but as I recall, I killed the bastard.
And all it cost was a village.
Of course. I see it now. The look.
Cut him some slack. It wasn't that simple.
It never is. Which is why I sent you to help. If Spider-Man hadn't come along today, we could have lost far more than...
Than the Sanctum?
Or Wanda.
She means I could have died. Again, putting an end to her eternal crusade against my mother.
You've been through a lot. For now, it's enough that you all made it back in one piece. More or less. We'll talk more later. Get some rest.
Okay.
Not to be the nagging old lady, but I told you not to push too hard. Even I need a moment to myself occasionally. Run along now.
Still haven't got any arcane keys. What we need, how we need to use them.
And it would have been far worse had Spider-Man not arrived when he did.
No kidding. Caretaker would have been pissed if Venom had actually eaten a hunter.
Yes, one disaster averted. But we still need to figure out how to get Wanda and the Sanctum back.
Alright, so it says that I need to upgrade stuff. Well, it doesn't say, but it did say that our characters upgraded. So I don't know if they automatically upgrade or I'm not too sure. Alright.
How goes it, Hunter? Or is it the Hunter? Hey, for what it's worth, I think you did okay out there. You got some decent hang time, even given you were wearing, what, 70, 80 pounds of chainmail? On the Stark scale of reckless yet daring heroics, I give it a solid 6 out of 10. Don't worry, you'll get there. With a little help.
And where exactly am I going?
Oh, that's the real question, isn't it? Sky's the limit for you, my friend. Unless you'd be up for wearing a space helmet. You do breathe air, don't you? You know what? It doesn't matter. I couldn't help but overhear Auntie Caretaker over there telling you to get some rest. That sounds like a good idea to me. I suppose I could keep you company on the way, seeing as our rooms are in the same direction and all. Besides, no one should be forced to walk the hallways around here alone. So, here we are. The old room, huh? It's not bad. Functional. Solid construction. Almost cozy. Love the antique furnishings from the early Mephisto collection. Full transparency, Hunter, there's another reason I asked to join you here, other than my abject terror of this entire facility. Stopped here before, while you were out. Wanted to surprise you with a nice little housewarming present. Was all set to write you a lovely welcome note, but I'm fairly certain that wasn't red ink in your quill.
I assure you, there is nothing to fear here.
Well, it's easy to say not to be scared of things that go bump in the night when you are a thing that goes bump in the night. I don't even watch horror movies, and now I'm living in one.
Horror movies?
Oh, you'll love them. Imagine a painting come to life. Moving, talking, telling a story, one that just happens to be pulled from your very worst nightmare. Or just stop by my room. Fairly certain there's one hanging there already. Well, I suppose I should leave before whatever monstrosity that is most definitely hiding under your bed jumps out, rips my face off, and then proceeds to feast on my soul. I'll leave you to it.
May your sleep be filled with pleasant dreams, Tony.
Right back at you. Oh, and if you hear the shrieking of a grown man, please ignore it. It's just me, walking to my room.
Fair enough. Alright, so we've got a new hero available. So we've got Blade, Doctor Strange, and Iron Man, as well as Hunter. And again, I'm not too sure. I'm assuming it automatically levels up, but I don't know if we need to have, you know, a menu where we need to upgrade things, but I'm sure we will find out soon enough. Or things just upgrade on their own. Okay.
Hi, I'm Tony Stark. But if you're hearing this message, you already know that. When I'm not saving the world, I solve the world's problems with technological means, like the one you're holding. I call it the Spark, a secure information and communication device built only for superheroes. It does all the usual, private messages, pictures, and calls for some reason. But it also comes with access to Superlink, a private social network exclusively for your cape-wearing, world-saving compatriots. You might ask, Tony, aren't you just repurposing a failed product from your communications division? If you do, I'll revoke access and let everyone else know you're a jerk. I call it the Wonder Man rule.
Superlink is your connection to the rest of your team, a social networking just for superheroes. Check Superlink frequently for updates from other heroes in the Abbey. Okay. So we got Robbie Ray's first post. Nico Minoro. What do you mean? Question mark. We've had Superlink for months now. We use it every day. I meant first post that the Hunter sees. Robbie, you can't keep doing this. And someone new joins Superlink. Yes, I can. He means he will throw your spark in the lagoon. He wouldn't do that, right, Blade? Question mark. Right, Blade? Question mark. Fine, last time. And then we've got Eliana Rasputin. First we make Wanda leave, now we leave her to die. Some heroes. Stephen Strange, I assure you that is not the case. She was sent to you for protection. I see how that worked, Supreme Sorcerer. We both know it was more complicated than that, Ms. Rasputin. I took Wanda as my apprentice for a reason. Have faith she can handle herself. Strange did everything he could to get to Wanda, so did I. And the Hunter. Take a breath, Eliana. We'll get her back soon enough. Wanda should be here with us. Of that, I am in agreement. All right. Inspect the journal page, closet and painting, and explore your room. Alright.
There was never enough room for my armor in this thing.
Abbey outfits. Gloss earned from missions can be spent to unlock new cosmetic options for the hunter and heroes, including outfits to wear around the Abbey. Select and purchase a new Abbey outfit for the hunter now. Okay. Let's go with that one. The outfit has been added to your inventory. Very nice. Room upgrades. More gloss required. Gloss is required to purchase Hunter's Quarters upgrades. Gloss can be obtained by completing missions. Tip: playing at higher difficulty levels will increase the gloss rewards gained from combat. Very nice. Hunter's Journal, April 3rd, 1703. Aunt Sarah wants me to practice my letters, and so here I am. But every time I dip this pen in ink, I just want more and more to go out beyond the yard into my secret spots. I left my dolls scattered about before the storm, and I'm afraid they're hurt. Do dolls hold grudges? ? Agatha says they don't, but I still feel sad for them.
My old journal. Maybe it is time I start writing in it again. We were all so happy then.
Agatha and Sarah with Hound. C. 1710. Painted by Sally Owens. Oil on canvas. Okay, go to sleep.
Charlie! I know. I missed you too.
Let her enjoy the moment. She's been visiting your door every morning for the past 300 years.
Oh, it must have been so hard on her.
Not just her. I suppose that's why I might have been a little curt before.
A little?
You already made the ultimate sacrifice once. Maybe I'm in no rush to see you do it again.
We do not choose our destiny.
But we can choose to duck.
First lesson you ever taught me.
And still the most important. Especially now that you have all these eyes on you.
I have noticed.
To these people, you are a being of myth and legend. A grand hero of old. And they're right. You are a hero. But I also know the battle that rages within your soul. It's not enough that you are a hero. You need to decide what type of hero you will be. I'm sure there will be plenty of opportunity for that in the days to come. For now, I would head to the forge. Our new guests are eager to show you something. This was a lot easier when it was just you and I beheading the Dark Legion as we traipsed through the woods.
Don't forget about Agatha.
I never could. Charlie was restless all night. I should have known something was wrong. We'll talk more later, but for now, Stark has requested your presence in the forge. I think he has another present for you.
Who is a good girl? It is my Charlie girl.
Okay, we've got a new bit of information. So, Daily Bugle repost bot. Spider-Man and his, in brackets, not in brackets, quote-unquote amazing friends unleash monster upon city. Garish Bleecker street manor sealed off by authorities. When will the spider menace and his pet ink monster end their trail of destruction through Greenwich Village? Question mark. And let's not forget about disgraced surgeon Stephen Strange. Is he in cahoots with the web-slinging wrongdoer? Question mark. Did he hope to turn his row house into no house? Question mark. Stephen Strange. So you've got a few people that have actually commented on this. Stephen Strange, Garish? Question mark. By the ancient one who runs this paper, Mephisto? Question mark and exclamation mark. Blade figures I'm not even mentioned in the article. Have we heard from our pyjama-clad friend? Question mark. Carol Danvers, still nothing, but based on the police band radio chatter we intercepted, I'd say they're closing in on Little Italy. Doubt they're stopping for a slice. Tony Stark, everyone knows it's all about the linguine and clam sauce there. At least you didn't say gabagool. Indeed, I met a gabagool once. We definitely did not or do not want to invoke one of those right now. So, Spider-Man, question mark. Not that easy, these boys move too damn fast. Keep at it, even in New York City, those two stand out. Alright. And then we got Nico Minoru. Swooping in at the last second to save the day, leading away that carnivorous sludge monster to keep New York City safe. Just gonna say it, he's the astounding, or hashtag astounding Spider-Man. He had too many words. Don't let these words or the red and blue pajamas fool you. Spider-Man is no joke. Wow, looks like somebody made a friend. More like an enemy of an enemy. Starting to think we could use more of those. There's that old Avengers tolerate your spooky strange teammate attitude I was looking for. I know who's going for this month's Team Spirit Award. Hashtag Blade cares. I have to go train. Fair enough. Don't think there was anything else.
Why, hello, Hunter. I'm not sure we've ever had so many eager new recruits come along in such a short time. You must be doing something right.
Next thing I know, the Sanctum is here.
Let's talk later, Hunter. Tony'll start pouting if you keep him waiting too long. Space can be a little isolating. It's nice to be around other people once in a while.
Heard you had a nightmare. In the words of Agami Ito, don't be afraid. Bad dreams are only dreams. This place is like a resort compared to some of the spots I've worked out of. Heroes have just gotten spoiled these days.
Fine, speak. Do I look like a Tony? Yes?
She's not very happy.
Not that it makes any difference to me, but I think Tony's waiting for you, Hunter. He seemed excited. More doesn't mean better. If they want to be part of the team, they'll have to earn it.
Heard about what happened in New York, Hunter. I'm sure whatever Tony's cooking up down there will only help. Man, I just wish I could have brought my brother Gabe along. He'd love this place.
What's this? A Chak essence. July 13th, 1689. A coven of witches from across the sea has sent for our help.
I thought Caretaker told him no more guns in the house.
Captain Marvel is an exception.
So, he's supposed to be playing nice, right?
Right. And now Stark is hard at work in the forge coming up with something for the Hunter?
The Hunter needs it after that last beating.
Man, can't wait till it's my turn for an upgrade.
Prepare for a long wait.
Alright.
For all of us. Or hasn't it sunk into that flame?
Hopefully this dialogue ends soon.
Hey, don't take it so personally. It's not like they forgot about us.
We'll see.
A coven of witches from across the sea has sent for our help. I regret that I cannot do more, but Lilith and I are stretched to our limits. I've sent a moon seal to their home in Salem, by way of the Knights of Wondergore. I have no doubt this will take care of the troubles they face. Okay. Absolutely love it when dialogue cuts up what you're going to say. Okay.
Now? Think you can tell your friend inside there to turn it up a few hundred Kelvin?
I could. However, it might shatter the containment spell preventing him from incinerating this facility.
I think we're good. And just in time.
The forge has certainly changed.
Right. Caretaker said this all happened after your siesta. What spooky castle would be complete without its own Babylonian demon-powered furnace?
Sumerian fire demon. His name is Babs.
Oh, now it all makes sense. Well, once you get past the esoteric terror of the situation, I've found this thing actually has some uses. Molecular bonding, breaking down evil gamma serums, fashion accessorizing.
Yes, speaking of...
Oh, right. It's ready.
Your armor seemed to offer minimal protection against the venom creature.
I noticed.
Yeah, I thought you could use an upgrade.
Well hammered, well fired. Caretaker did not mention that you two were such skilled smithies.
Yep, I am Iron Smithy.
Perhaps you should just try it on. Still think it could have used a cloak.
Common combat suit.
Indestructible. And we even got the size right. Not bad for our first collaboration.
I still think it could have benefited from a cloak.
Okay, we'll talk to them in a second.
Ah, I see.
So we got a new suit upgrade, I'm guessing. Well, we did just see that, so...
Oh, I've heard the things you put under your cape when you think no one's listening.
Ah, the joys of... Hunter, your new attire suits you quite well. But how are you holding up on the inside? I know it's easy to look upon me and simply see the universe's utmost authority on all things mystical and macabre, Hunter. However, in addition to being Earth's sorcerer supreme, I am also your doctor.
You mean a physician of the medical arts? You jest.
I assure you, Hunter, I do not jest. They don't call me Mr. Strange, now do they? Except for Tony. Your awakening ritual was admittedly a touch more chaotic than I had originally intended, and, well, after your violent encounter with Venom, my oath to Hippocrates compels me to check in with you. Simply put, how do you feel?
Physically, I'm fine. However, I do feel some
grogginess, a tinge of nausea, sense of memory loss upon time of passing, watery or itchy eyes, common side effects when one is pulled back into the light. Believe me, I know. If any other symptoms arise, you can always tell me. Particularly if you develop a craving for brains. I have a cream for that. In any event, I, for one, do not know if I will ever feel 100% again after the events of yesterday. I still can't believe what transpired. The sanctum, all that knowledge, Wanda, lost. Swallowed whole by the black mouth of that foul Venom creature. With all my resources, all my gifts, I should have seen this outcome spelled out in the sacred geometry of this universe years ago. But I miscalculated.
While we bask in the light of peace, our enemies conspire within our shadow.
You truly are your mother's child.
I would not know. I am simply paraphrasing Caretaker.
The point is understood either way. We must remain ever vigilant if we are to prevail. It's not just the Sanctum Sanctorum that was lost yesterday, it was my protege, Wanda. She is my charge, my responsibility, and I failed her. But I am determined not to let that happen with you, Hunter, which is why I am here to answer any questions you may have. Perhaps my wisdom may benefit you more than it has me thus far.
That creature on the roof. You have run into it before.
Unfortunately, yes. In the simplest of terms, Venom is an alien species living in symbiosis with a human known as Eddie Brock. He's something of a fixture in New York these days, but typically his hijinks are confined to harassing Spider-Man.
My mother has a gift for bringing out the worst in people.
Yes, and in this case, I happen to be the direct victim of her ambition. I fear the Sanctum may never be the same.
Tell me about your Sanctum's wards of protection. I have never heard of a protection spell that powerful.
In your time, I'm sure you've encountered a variety of minor wards and protective spells.